So, reason why, if no one's gonna fucking know, but I started streaming, but I had accidentally opened this.
You're...
I didn't want to accidentally spoil something.
What is it this time?
So, that's why I restarted my stream. No one's gonna know this aside from me. And technically you guys, if you believe what I say, but... Yeah, I'm talking because this is my last playthrough of this, so...
Commander, we've been hit by one of those space anomalies.
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy.
The astrogator's gears are shot!
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander. What are the orders?
Brace for impact.
Unable to brace for impact.
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side. Whether against corrupt corporations, tyrannical governments, or corrupt corporations in league with tyrannical governments. The Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists. So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an SOS, and we will respond immediately.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest Earth Directorate base and any unforeseen encounters.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty much why I call it. Yeah. I honestly, it's really hard for me to, try and customize how I look. Because I don't exactly know how I look. Obviously, I can never get my hair right because they don't have widow's peaks in games. For some reason. I wish I was able to take multiple things. Korey, who's a roustabout, witty and brilliant, dumb, speech, leadership, and observation, cannot get engineering, explosives, hacking, lockpicking, or medical ever. Hold on, let me see. Is there a trophy for beating the game on very hard? Hard, very hard. Like, there is an achievement for it, but I'd rather just go with regular playthrough. I don't care about doing very hard or hard.
Who's in charge of the mission? And how did this happen? What? We're recording. Make sure we edit that out. Commander, the reason your instructions have been kept vague until now is that your mission is not only of extreme importance, it is also highly sensitive. Your destination is the source of all skip drive manufacturing, the Arcadian system. However, for reasons that are far above any classification that you qualify for, this colony is outside our jurisdiction. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. And without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. No imported snacks, no aether wave cereals, no survival for the colonies. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives caused the rift anomalies. But please try to be more discreet than usual, because if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into yet another intergalactic incident. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action. Please follow it for once, will you?
Look, let's be honest here. You somehow managed to fumble your way through these things successfully. Let's just hope you're able to pull it off one more time.
Commander, Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cause no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. Yeah, impressive, huh? Way it seems to make everything move slower still feels a little weird to me, but they tell me I'll get used to it. They say the way it works is like Well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Didn't I just say? But this way, you don't have to risk extended hibernation. That can kill you, you know. The lab coats swear this way's perfectly safe. Science is amazing, ain't it? Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Well, Pascal likes to joke around, but I think she's being sincere when she says it's all about looking out for the people who can't defend themselves. Sandoval says he's got no time for weakness. He says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves, and that we have righteousness on our side. And Jepson, well, you know him, he don't talk much. So, what do you think? Yeah, there's some advice worth taking to heart. Anyway, thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't. Oh, I almost plumb forgot to tell you. It's near time for Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the channel. No need to wait on my account, Commander. I'll join you in just a tick. Whoa, that's sure faster than taking the stairs.
Commander, your credentials are required to open the channel with Agent DeVries. Yours are currently located in your cabin.
Don't worry, you're not the only one who needs their gray matter rewired after hibernating our way through skip space, Commander.
Your cabin door appears jammed, Commander. I've made an internal note for Agent Ibarra to look into the cause. In the interim, you will need to find another way in.
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip core. Really? You're seriously unaware that if you try to unseal a skip drive, they explode? Doesn't matter. It's a lie anyway. The explosive seals aren't necessary for them to function. They're really just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they cause the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. The timing for our mission is exceptional. Most of the sector's security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs. If that's true, you may very well find a way to shut them down before they even know you're there, which would be the smart play. They're relentless and well-armored. I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here. I'll speak however I choose. Do you know what I've sacrificed? What I'm prepared to sacrifice still? I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission. I don't need a team led by some confused fool more suited to running a cash register than a secret mission fouling it up. Yes, of course. You were in command here. I apologize if I allowed my nerves to get the better of me. It will not happen again. I promise you. I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! Agent DeFreeze. I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mite different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
With all due respect, Commander, what in the void were you thinking with DeVries back there? She's not only our forward agent, she's highly respected. It's no wonder she reacted the way she did. And Pascal is... well, she's Pascal. She needs to get her head right if we're to operate efficiently as a team. The way I see it, It's obvious that this mission presents yet another opportunity to bring a colony under the Earth Directorate's righteous control. Seems to me, Arcadia had their chance. It's time for us to put an end to this farce and set them on the right path. Obviously. It's not like we've not liberated colonies before this, and always for the greater benefit of everyone involved. Well, except for the deposed despots. It's always the same story with these places. These people. Without the rule of law, those with power go wild with it. What, are you turning into Pascal on me? We have something called principles. Discipline. Someone has to rule. We're obviously the best suited for the job. I suppose it was foolish to believe I could discuss the purity of our cause with you. Allow me to get back to my preparations, Commander.
Well, that was something. She was different than I remember her. But then she would be, wouldn't she? Just hope she's doing all right. Reckon the secretive nature of the mission and this import must be weighing on her something fierce. I hope it was okay to talk to her direct like at the end there. We were certainly, friendly. Augustine saved my life when the Earth Directorate swooped in and liberated Triangulum. Left an impression, you might say. Now that I've been cleared for active duty and got my certifieds all in order, I hope I can repay the favor someday. There'll be time to jaw about all that later. But all that she was saying about you, Commander, ain't sure it sits right with me. Whatever you say, Commander.
Awaiting docking procedures, Commander.
Well, Commander, thanks. Really appreciate you sticking up for me back there. You really gave DeVries what for. But I'm still not sure what all that was about, to be honest. I was just offering up reassurances, and Super Agent Extraordinaire DeVries lost her head. A crack from me shouldn't have brought that on. This whole mission, there's something off. I mean, law. We'd not even heard tell of this colony before, and they're the only ones manufacturing skip drives? How's that possible? Even the Earth Directorate? Well, now there's a happy thought. Just makes our orders to sneak around on a mission of such import concern me all the more. We're the Earth Directorate, Void, damn it! When we arrive, everyone should know it. The guilty should be soiling themselves, throwing themselves on our mercy. And just how is it any colony can be outside our jurisdiction? Don't make no sense. Any fool could see that. Even Sandoval.
Nothing, if you don't take his unwavering belief in our righteousness and his refusal to think for himself seriously. I personally find him hilarious, truth be told.
And there's no one I'd rather have backing me up in a fight. He can shoot the head off any local indigenous gnat-like insects at 100 meters. I mean, besides you. Like if it was just down to the two of us, me and him. We all gotta go sometime, Commander. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta commence with my pre-mission ritual.
Guess your gray matter is still foggy from hibernating, ain't it? My pre-mission ritual of 3 bowls of purple berry crunch?
Yeah, but wood shavings with copious amounts of sugar. They say it's 50% by volume, but it feels like twice that.
Ready to move out, Commander.
Commander.
Everything's sorted on my end, Commander.
Awaiting
Be right
docking
with
Ready
you.
and raring to go, Commander. Just say the word.
Okay. I'm going to not talk most of the time, only so I can keep my headphone up, just in case I'm like trying to eat something so it doesn't act. And it is late. I don't talk too much.
Ship is secured. We shouldn't appear on anyone's radar here.
We'll hold position until you gain access to the rest of the sector, Commander.
You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector.
Commander, Ibarra and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
Agent DeVries's orders still stand.
Smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here? The electrical system misfired somehow. Security's been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
You two, expiring without...
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own. Always a good idea to have a cover story.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online? Please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits missing it would entail. Mallory? Oh, now I understand. I'd heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment? No! I mean, yes! Of course I would. Willingly. Were I to fail to adequately fulfill my duties to the Sovereign and the Protectorate, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject. I can't do that. I mean, I would, it's just... You know what, though? In your condition, you're unlikely to even remember this discussion, so it should be of no consequence to me. I will disable the defenses for you, Maori. But in the off chance you happen to recollect any of this, I beg you never speak of it. And please, do not go around pressing any buttons or fussing with any more whatsits. You wouldn't want to be sent back to... I mean, reassigned again?
Mike, slick how you fooled that guard, Commander.
Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
Great work, Commander. Should we get
Well, that's dealt with. We should head on.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other. Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Shoot a couple for me, will you? Ibarra and I'll take security ops, then meet you at the skip labs. We'll stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
That's right. Like you told me, Commander, everyone's well-being depends on our success. If whatever's going on here is as bad as the Chief thinks, then we'll make an end of it.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
Not sure if you guys can hear me when I'm chewing. I hope not.
Agent Pascal, ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry into security ops. You know, nice and quiet like.
Oh, you gonna school me about that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Getting shot is certainly part of it.
Surely you don't think it's anything untoward. A surprise appraisal of our competence seems more likely.
Never more content, never more content, never more content, never more content.
Moving to safety!
Error. Minor structural deviation caused. Locking self-demerit.
The robots can give themselves demerits?
Jepson and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with. You should have seen it. It's ready.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Right, Sandoval?
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
Not a doubt of that at all.
Come on, go investigate. It's a barrel, right?
Reporting search. That was definitely something. I'm not, nor have ever been, greatly fond of lurkers. That cover spot looks much better.
Black powder. Nice. Yeah, I have no idea what they're saying. Guess it's not really my issue though.
You need to sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafes. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it.
Bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent, and remember, failure will be met with consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that
Good. Now that that's done. Oh, did I forget to mention the alarm? Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room as soon as you can.
No, of course, we have nothing to be concerned about.
Prudence dictates.
Invasive element!
Fair catch.
An explosive!
And nice. Hey, vendor. Wow, all of this food.
our system is built, but even I can't succeed. So be diligent, and remember, failure will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that structure is only as strong as its basis.
Invasive elements.
position over here than Debris said we should. Nothing too serious, but... Any distraction you can provide would be helpful, Commander.
So be diligent. And remember... its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every... of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine.
Comms are down. This is going better than I expected. The nearby elevator will take you out to the rendezvous point. I'll see you and your team soon in the skip labs.
Back to it. Reporting is so neighborly, suspicion rightly so.
Well then. God, I hate this cough.
Skip. Just a minute. Something's not right.
Facility, I've shamed him, shamed everyone. Arbiter Jackson frequently and forcefully reminds me that due to my repeated failures. I even stepped in a pool of sick yesterday and didn't notice until another cadet angrily informed me. But everything pales the articles of doctrine. Several of them seem contradictory on their face, but it must be a miscomprehension on my part. Fallible. I'm truly at a loss, but to admit confusion would only cast further doubt on my worthiness, my demerits. And if I accrue too many more demerits to a refreshment, I know it's meant to make those who need it better subjects, but the stories I've heard of the unfortunates who return with half-lidded, absent stares, no longer themselves, forgetting even where they are. Sovereign preserve me. Excuse me.
Commander, what do I do? Everything was fine, and then... Oh, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission. We've got to complete the mission. Commander, surely you ain't suggesting I leave one of our own behind? Not after what you told me back on the ship. I mean, Pascal could... She could still be alive. No. You can write me up later. But I ain't leaving here without her.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the skip labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Ibarra in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No multiple calls for that. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Hey! You there! Come over here at once! Please? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Has this whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia! I've attempted to raise anyone within the sector, but communications are completely down. And there was that explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here. By the matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Mallory, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me? What? I've never heard anyone else admit to such a thing. You are braver than I. Unfortunately, your actions will have succeeded in calling my fealty into question. Again, it is of no matter. I am certain my own actions would have doomed me within weeks, if not days. The demerits I have accumulated assured my fate long before I encountered you. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accept it. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does. Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead. What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization? To cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. Why, that could be like having a new start. Wait, Fang. I cannot be party to your scheme. I'd be caught for sure. You do that for me? Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate.
I don't know what happened out there. This is all going wrong. Niles. He was a promising agent, but we've got no time for grieving. Take the lift behind you and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station, lest his sacrifice be for nothing.
Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself for... I was blowing my nose. Although I'm, you know, still sniffling all the time, I don't think it really matters if I blew it or not. Excuse me. Alright, this is technically where I'm finding enemies for the first time.
Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
Hastening to
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms.
In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive.
Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate that core so we can get out of here.
That somebody? Right. Back to it.
took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfection.
Turn the tide.
They said something, but it really amounted to saying nothing.
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. How is it possible you keep stumbling your way through things that would kill a more competent agent, and then emerge unscathed on the other side? It's infuriating. It's an embarrassing miscalculation on my part is what it is. No matter. It's one I'm about to rectify. Let me put this simply. Simple enough for even you to understand. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it. I have neither the time nor the need to explain the veracity, the nuances of the plan to one such as yourself. I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. But the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific. There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
Lovren's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been lost.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
You're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens to someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. Oh, I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now. Not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical. This unit is not programmed to judge the activities of off-duty agents. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Acknowledged. Your refusal has been noted in your permanent record, and an automatic grade assigned to your cognitive functions. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately. Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia. Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. It is inadvisable. However, Agent Ibarra has had many years to teach himself new skills, though he has not shown the same aptitude in soap making, hydroponics, or cooking. This unit has also observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regimen since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again, and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
What was... She'll turn the tide.
It's an embarrassing miscal. The grand plan mandates this I have neither the time nor the need to explain the I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the their
You're not
Please accept your back pay for the revival protocols mandate an event summary will now the rift also remains a threat to the colony. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery of this final.
All these years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. Might be you're giving me more grace than I deserve, but either way, thank you. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her. It'll be an adventure. Funny how often you seem to stumble into those. She's going to ground now. But as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox relay station on Paradise Island. She'd have followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than assaulting her Protectorate communications hub.
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander. Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander. An Earth Directorate agent prepares for all eventualities, including but not limited to unpremeditated murder. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie. Please do not attempt physical intimacy with your Valerie unit. Acknowledged. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 87.3%. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockboxes, which may be stored here for your convenience. Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85.9%.
Sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the trooper.
from that ship on the lake.
Hello there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a Yasang Protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Huh. Really? Everyone knows we're cultivating our sprat population for a new deep-fried snack line. So I refuse to fall for such a ham-handed attempt at dissemblance. Look, we're Auntie's Choice. Lying's fine. We downright admire it even, if you pull it off. Next time, try a little harder. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milver Street knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else? On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them? Damnation. I know that toss ball. Belonged to a friend on that detail. Keepsake, I guess. Thanks. That'll mean a lot to his family. They can use it to pay his gravesite fees. Fool never bothered keeping up on the payments. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. If you find a way to put a stop to them, there's a bounty for it. Bounty terminal's out next to the jail, across from the bar. Just down the lane here a spell. You get to Town Hall, you passed it. What? They been in hibernation or something? We're here to bring the free market's liberation to the people of Arcadia. And Arcadia's bounty to the rest of the galaxy, of course. Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot down the lane. Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain.
I must ask you...
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a private consultation.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. A kind, if naive offer. Unless you have thousands of bits to burn, any amount you could provide would be a drop in the tank at best. My services do not come cheaply.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else? some. Most still tout the all-healing nature of Protectorate medicine. But despite that, they're surprisingly amenable to accepting treatment.
They ain't grown up with the right to dissent. Probably wouldn't even occur to them to turn down poison if you told them to take it.
Good thing I don't prescribe poison then. Normally. In truth, I expected more resistance given the sudden transition. But I'm not one to complain of a headache I don't have. My stimulants cost a premium, but take enough and you'll see the architect. Yeah, at least that's what I've heard. Excuse me, that chem set is not a toy. In future, I'd appreciate you keeping your unsanitized hands to yourself. I'm gonna have to re-sterilize that chem set now. And I just cleaned it 2 weeks ago. No, that doesn't look right at all. Please do not try to administer whatever that is to anyone. My morgue is already near capacity.
You know, Doc, actually feeling a lot better.
What's that burning smell? Oh, good. I think the saw's all warmed up.
Mind your own business interests.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see.
Choice is the proud.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? Well, the funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike. Not particularly. Already have plenty of nightmares about them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance to acquire the prize of a lifetime. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited Protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. Don't want to bargain none? Might suspicious, you ask me. Like, maybe I ought to end this here conversation. Commerce is our way. The exchange of products and services allow for straightforward, comprehensible motivation. So let's just stick to that, shall we? I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later. Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure. The broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarper up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow. All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
Accept no imitations.
The door this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Leave me be. Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only 2 brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching cutting. No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command. From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well? Then we share that much in common. My last mission did not exactly go according to plan either, as my imprisonment no doubt suggests. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and Caretaker of Worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick. I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military, short for Warden of the Realm. And if I did? What a strange argument. Obviously, I would prefer the contents of the armory remain with the Protectorate, but circumstances being what they are, perhaps you're right. We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell. I'll be waiting.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns. I'd guess you're one such person. And a wrong one, as we've learned in dealing with this malicious contraption of a door.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I'd love to see the quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto that requisition request.
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, bet that could plow through the door.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war, and hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. Fair point. But most we've heard in answer to our request for more aid with the door is, keep trying. Which ain't exactly a strategy so much as an admonishment. In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When, Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready. Right. With all our new trainees, we've got the numbers. But bodies won't mean diddly without the weapons and equipment hopefully inside that armory.
If there are any weapons at all, I still say it's treasure. This is Eden after all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Don't that strike you as a touch simple? And anyway, why would the Protectorate lock up everything they'd need to fight back? Unless they were trying to keep it from an invading force. Saying it aloud's altered my opinion somewhat. Fine. It's possible. I'll grant you.
I don't see it mattering much either way. That door is sealed tighter than a salt tuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon. You sound like you've got something percolating. Helpful.
Guess we gotta start afresh. Can we untable that tractor meets door idea now?
We should be able to speak freely here without the risk of being overheard. There is an entrance on the roof by which you may gain ingress. Had these two dolts bothered to do even the most cursory inspection, they'd have found it. I leave that to you to discover. Be grateful I offered you this much. That is all I have for you. I must recuse myself now, lest I draw undue attention and be subjected to another lecture on the benefits of the free market. Goodbye, and pray we never meet outside this constabulary. I will, of course, be required by duty to meet you as an adversary under such circumstances.
Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned, too. A bit lackluster, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you. I'd say you've earned that lead pusher.
Thanks for all your help. We'll put in a good word for you with the higher-ups first chance we get.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could stand behind a bar?
Oh, must be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in my manual labors. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Many thanks for the validation. I don't suppose you can spread the word of my competency. I desperately seek to avoid yet another demotion. This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition. It surely is. I was a drone operator right here in Fairfield. Gave nigh on 50 years of zealous service at my terminal before Auntie showed us the wonders of consumerism. Never even heard the phrase job security up until a month ago, but it seems I lack it. Can barely keep up with all these gumptious sorts. Well, you're right. I wanted change. Whole reason I left the Protectorate in the first place. No sense complaining about the means now.
Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders? Quite far, actually. In fact, we're all the way up to 18 of 19. Shh, not so loud. Look, operating a new location sure ain't easy. Swear I get blamed for anything going wrong, whether it's my fault or some foul up from the local head office. But the nice thing about Fairfield, if you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare. At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here? Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan. Wait, have you already read it? Did you sneak in here whilst I was on break and peruse it in its entirety?
Well, you must be some kind of intuitive business genius then. Hope you're not staying in town long. Don't need the competition. Anyhow... Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war. Any particular topic you have in mind? Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like, an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned raconteur. Pick your poison, and I am mostly not being literal there.
People think I got it. That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifolds still warm. Come on, baby. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong. You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with? See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is
is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, "Gee, nice weather we're having today." Not unless your talent for interruption matches your knowledge of lifting mechanisms? Like it's that easy, huh? All right, let's see you try then. I was being sarcastic, you ninny. I wouldn't trust you near a macrowave, let alone a system capable of deploying incendiary devices. Go do something that's not being in my way. Look at a cloud. Touch some grass. Imagine that'll keep you safely occupied a while. All right, baby. It's just me and you again. Now, how's about we figure out what's wrong?
Knock off the funny business.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
You certainly can't have mine. What kind of skills do you have?
Whatever skills are needed. I'm just a cog in the system, and the system abides.
Hey, that's pretty catchy. You might have a future in advertising.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. Or a full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? What? No, that's... I was just being sardonic. It's my way of saying, I'm so tired, it feels like I've got 50 jobs. Whoa, now just hold up there a minute, friend. I badly turn a phrase and jumble my words a bit, and you're going to call me out as a liar? Huh. True enough on all counts. Plus, you've got the grit to stand there and say it all to my face without any kind of hesitation. You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you. Pah, they were rubes, nitwits, dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture. Oh, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardossa's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me? Because we are the black market in Arcadia. Odds are, at some point, you're going to need something you just can't get legally. Then you'll be thrilled we're associated. Sub Rosa feeds that appetite to not just survive, but to thrive. And that's taking all of us places. We're more than simple opportunists. We are opportunistically driven. Trust me, for both short-term benefits and long-term prospects, you want to be our friend. It'll probably be nothing. She's just a sergeant, not someone who has any real pull. And I've already made arrangements with everyone who matters. So, if she catches you, about the worst she can do is a switch on the rest. And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement.
Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Sure as I am, there's a fine tale to be told there. I've got one of my own to share with a more pressing need to address. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. Seems a mite unlikely, don't you think? No one in Fairfield's going hungry. Why steal when they could just purchase food at Auntie's fair market prices? Oh, it's definitely an extra-normal entity of some kind. Simplest explanation. Or maybe this entity only had the strength to manifest but briefly on this mortal coil. Communication would have proven too difficult for a being of pure information.
Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples. Spare me such timid drivel. We needn't waste time bandying lies. Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse. The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
Please, stay. It would please me to end the lives of 2 invaders as opposed to 1.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. And if I deny your assessment? You must think highly of your skills to believe you would come out on top during an engagement. But undoubtedly, there would be casualties. Very well. With so many invaders yet to slay, I would be remiss to relinquish our lives in such an unworthy duel. We surrender. For now.
That was some slick talking. Can't believe you got them to surrender without firing a shot. I thought for sure we'd have to blast our way out of here. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. She was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud, even if it hurts too. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. Supposedly compromises our decision-making in the field. But I digress. Thanks for your help. And for listening to my languishments. Glad someone else might remember her now, too.
many other Protectorate loyalists do you suppose are embedded in Fairfield? Let that thought haunt you.
Emmeline will be pleased not to have to worry about her fruits and such going missing.
Juliana. Oh, my Juliana. Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter facility. Not in 2 weeks. I can only assume the worst. I don't think I can stay in this town any longer. Perhaps if I return to suffer the Protectorate's justice, I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
Breeze sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. It seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in judging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, it might be time I reassess that opinion. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice. You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that? No. But it might keep her from stealing more years from someone else. Or doing worse still. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like. Let's go.
take this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke. If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked. Sorry, I've had an accusation of laziness laid at my feet a time or two, and I'm not looking to score more. Not with the amount of eyes on me right now. I'm no loafer, mind you. Just happens I like to work in measurable gains, rather than busying myself for the sake of it. Right? You get it. Unfortunately, this job is turning out more vital to the war effort than I was initially given to believe. Meaning I can't exactly go at my normal pace. I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's choice. But that terminal's been giving me some trouble. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols. Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's the problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones. Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but... I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name was. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity. What? Oh, yeah. I must have gotten jammed in there prior to the liberation. Truth be told, I'd forgotten about it. What with all the trouble this terminal's been giving me. If I can get these drones launched, you're welcome to help yourself to it.
A lot of fresh blood in the town pool around here with these Protectorate defectors.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield.
Trying to stay on top in the cutthroat world of facility sanitation is not a young person's game. No, siree. Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts. Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well, now I better get back to cleaning. The only good employee is a useful one, after all.
You want freedom of choice. You want anti-choice.
Look at them go. Ours can be pleased having them added to the arsenal. Drones launched, and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke. Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Carr, huh? Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again. You're a real pal. You will definitely be getting a high score from me during the biannual peer review. And before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up. Fairfield's a real shindig.
Gonna need a bigger store. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. quick and proper, or your next provision's free. If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to take down a name before offering my wares. I'll just make it up for expediency's sake. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. No one here but you, me, and several tons of well-oiled machinery. What's this about? Good eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties. Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean. I heard you got the bug, huh? Huh. All right, come on. Let's give you a quick tour. She's a beauty up close, ain't she? More cylinders than you can count powering her engines. She uses her shape to drop like a stone during landing. Counters headwinds pretty well, too. All day, just admiring. And over there, you see, the fuselage has been modified to endure the pressure of repeated entries, which is... but listen to me blathering on. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. I'm sure... Business. What do you need this time? Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries of... Wait one rat-gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this? She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I can't for the life of me deduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there? All the while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare. Literally. Shows what I know. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds. Or, in this case, grows. Keycard to access the terminals on the boxes right outside my stores there. Feel free to nab it.
Stop blaming the wind. Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not. Some mistakes cost more than others. Not much to be gleaned from taking a bullet in the brain pan. Perhaps you'd like to put in an official request with mistakes allowable, non-lethal only. I am not here seeking the approval of random passers-by, but thank you. The soldiers before you are former Protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench. They are accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day. I'm not one to idle in the path of a good faith effort to accelerate education. The faster we can get more soldiers in the field, the better. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask, what do you feel qualifies you to give instruction to my recruits?
What? Oh, sure thing. The commander here is an experienced Deadeye and a natural leader. If you're looking for someone to deposit a few pearls of wisdom, I guarantee you'll not find better.
Much as I'm inclined to trust the word of your compatriot, I still expect you to advocate for yourself. You're the one who wishes to speak with my recruits, after all, not him. You do have a certain confidence about you that is presently absent in these recruits. Very well, I'll allow you to speak with them. Don't make me regret this. Attention trainees, guns down. That means you too, Simpson. We have a guest who has a few words to share.
You have something to say to us?
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
Wait, I know this one. Low overhead and competitive prices. Sure do. Here at Auntie's Choice, we serve Auntie best when we serve ourselves first.
Very good, Lindell. Someone has been reading their welcome materials.
Front to back, sir.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer.
Yes, and a corporate ladder means there's always somewhere greater to reach. Now, if Auntie's faith in you is not misplaced, then prove it, trainees. Weapons at the ready. And fire! Well done, trainees! Well done! It appears your words have had their intended effect. Oh, thank law. The trainees seem quite taken with you, too. As I suspect they would riot if I let you leave without a reward. Please, accept this revolver with Auntie's thanks. Plan willing, I will have as much success deploying your wisdom with my next batch of recruits.
Aside from the stale chow, ubiquitous mud, contract anxiety, and pervasive dread that hostility might...
So who are you rooting for in the tossball leagues this season?
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted? How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
These incessant jingles over the loudspeakers. Do they ever cease?
No, probably hear them in your dreams.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
Matt, you missed it. My
Well, previous character if it
is
isn't
literally a
new
serial
face in
killer. He
Fairfield.
would steal everyone's
What
hearts.
I meant to say is that we now have the new improved
That's not a joke.
Huckleberry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it Crunch?
Just got home and feel like death. Damn.
Oh, that? That's nothing. Just supply list. Well, I suppose my advertorial deficiencies are obvious, huh? Knew I should have gone in on that extra training course. Anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods, a proud Auntie's Choice franchise. How can I improve your day? Like they say, a bit spent today is a bullet fired tomorrow.
Damn, they really don't have enough stuff. What the fuck? Matt, if you're done, I'm down to play Arc Raiders. Although I know you like to wind down after work, especially since it seems like you're not faring so well right now. Bro, can I just get a fucking trench gun? How hard is that? I'll probably do this last quest and... I'll get off.
You ever find yourself
I love how the one time you tune in, it's like I'm not doing anything interesting. I guess you'll get to see like some interesting stuff in a second. Actually, I could do something else that would be a bit more interesting. If I remember how to get there. There we go.
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
Talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it. I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Avoid it. I'm just gonna ask.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to this guy first.
The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course. Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the Protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission.
Yeah, Matt, you missed it. If you caught my stream before you went to work when I was playing Arc Raiders. Well, I went through some like crazy shit.
I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as they did. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Well, you weren't. Anyway, things weren't good.
Damn.
Zeb and I couldn't find
Rude.
rhythm we had
Holy
before,
shit.
Arguing.
I felt like I just got slapped in the face.
Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Teresa. Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Alright, I can fucking... Oh. Poor thing. Oh, did I just get contaminated? No, okay.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island going untouched by this war.
Oh, that was a fucking trench shotgun. God damn it. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day of the week.
Hilarious. Music is pretty good. So I found myself like leaving the radios on. Seems like none of it's copyrighted, so.
ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
I don't have anything for a revolver. Yeah, I might as well. I have the space. I can always replace it. I just have 2 shotguns. Let me put on. Sure.
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of killing the poor creature. But hope is the father of disappointment. If the occasion calls for it. But I fancy myself something of a biologist. Or, at least I used to. Me and Raptidons, we're well acquainted. I know their patterns, behaviors, attacks. Know what gives them an edge around folk who ain't in possession of that knowledge. Which is why I gotta ask, what are you doing here? Right. The streamlined architecture and artfully mauled bodies really do it for you, huh? I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. Minister Milverstreet of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most exciting assignment, but suppose we can't expect much with the stalemate on this island. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none. If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs. Sorry. Guess I'm just used to folks staring real hard and then steering clear. I'm considered a liability. My graft's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter. Law, no. The contract would just pass down the line of succession. It's a very long line. And anyway, I ain't a killer. No matter how much I fantasize about shutting him up when he goes on and on about how he's the father of capitalism reincarnated. Or lamenting that his mock apple martini ain't blended quite right. Ugh, never quite got the hang of those. That right. Suppose if you've been in my position and managed to do well for yourself, could be an option worth keeping on the table, if all else fails. Get the feeling you will. Go on now. There's probably plenty of Protectorate info waiting to be scooped up if you're keen. Just mind the wraps. I got what I came for, so I reckon it's time to see about my contract. Law knows I could use a lucky break.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Angie.
Enthusiastically neutralizing.
Ark. Fuck's... Oh. Ah, damn it. Oh, my double jump, so I can't do much. Damn, out of all the, like, songs they've, like, played so far, none of them have been the song I like. Or songs I like. Oh, hello. What is this? Whoa. What the fuck? Never been in here before. Neat. Never knew something like this was here. Anyways, I'll be back. I gotta use the restroom.